All right, I'm going to do a reading right now for Uncle Joe Biden. So, what I'm at least starting with here is uh, he comes to me for a reading, just a general. So, we're going to start with a general reading on good old Uncle Joe. All right. Oh, jeez. That one seems to want to stay on the bottom. So, let's see what we got. Oh, my God. All right, so starting for the general reading for Uncle Joe, we get the root card of a reversed Five of Swords. So, I mean, this makes sense, but the Five of Swords is insult, and this is like troll energy. So, in the five, the soldier has invaded the city, and the people have surrendered. They've already given up, and the soldier knows they can't do shit, right? So the soldier is now taunting them, like, fuck you, you guys suck. And there's nothing that the people can do about it. Now, when this thing is reversed, I think it really just shows how it's being projected really hard. Um, so we get this insult energy, and that makes sense. So, what is our main card here? And it's the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is basically the doing of your job. It's the production. It's doing the thing that you have a sense of pride in. So these two together, it would show here there there is someone doing what they have a sense of pride in and being productive. And down here is this projected trollish insult energy. Now, what this says to me, and of course this is true about any fucking politician in today's world, but certainly of the United States president, basically no matter what you do, when you do your job, you are going to be trolled and insulted. And it doesn't matter if you agree with Joe Biden or not, like this is a reality, right? And it would be the same for any fucking person in that position. Now, let's just look a little more at this production and we'll see what leads up to it and where it goes. Now, in what leads up to this Eight of Pentacles, we get a reverse nine. So the Nine of Pentacles is basically excess money, and this is like financial reward, truly the way that this normally goes. Here is the production and the doing of stuff. And then the 9, which comes after the 8, is the financial reward that you get for being the craftsman and doing, creating the things here. Um, Now, when the 9 is reversed, it's not having the money to do the things that you're trying to do. So this is a financial shortcoming. And here that moves forward into this sort of production thing. Now, I'm pretty sure that what this is talking about is the debt limit stuff that is happening right now. Um, but here there is a root of a reversed 5. So he's not going to have an easy road here no matter what. There is some hardcore insult that is projected at him, and also considering the nature of the 5, um, there's kind of nothing that he can do about it. Now, as this moves forward, what we get is a Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups, it's artistic expression, but what I really think that this is talking about here, well, all right. On its face, this is about drawing up a plan or something. But now that I look at it, I'm seeing this other thing happening. So we've got the main face here, and then we've got this dark face over here. Now what this is really showing is the subconscious, right? And what happens in this card is the emotional, like subconscious interpretation of something. That is what is actually being drawn on the picture. So the artist is actually doing a drawing of these cups, but the way it comes out through the emotional lens is this like fish totem thing or whatever. But what I'm actually getting out of this is, so there's the surface face and then there's the deeper plan thing. So this is part of a deeper plan. Um, which means, I mean, on the plus side for Joe Biden, like it's the things that are happening are not outside of his control. He's being hated on, but this is showing that it's part of like a hidden plan, you know? Okay, so what can he do about this? So if he's sitting across the table from me, and he might ask, well, you know, what do I do? And we get another 8. So we got a 7, 2 8s, and a 9 here. Also the 5 down here, but we get another 8. The 8 of Swords. And I mean, what the Eight of Swords is saying is basically don't freak out. So this is a moment that is filled with anxiety, and the person is trapped. And here the moon is fucking with their head and trying to get them to jump on all of the swords. And basically, it's saying like just don't do it. Here it shows the sun is coming up, so this is an anxiety-filled moment that is temporary. So don't do anything drastic. Okay, so with this, I would say you're going to feel a bunch of anxiety, but just don't freak out. All right. Um, which I guess I'm going to kind of do a tangent here with this debt limit stuff and just pull a quick card on whether or not this will be resolved. I'm pretty sure it will be resolved, but let's just pull a card. And the Three of Wands, if this is a yes or no, then the Three of Wands is a yes. So the debt limit is going to be raised, right? So the United States doesn't go into default against itself or however the fuck that works. Um, but this is nurturing and showing long-term growth. Just as far as a answer to the question, will the debt ceiling or the debt limit thing be resolved? The 3 is saying yes, it will. All right. I'm going to collect these real quick. So let's do a health reading. So if Uncle Joe is asking me about his health, we've already got one that wants to come out, and it's the Emperor, but let's see what else we get. Maybe he's worried about his health, and let's see what we got coming up. Huh. Well, all right. The Emperor is about control. And it really is about projecting into your environment and just sort of being in control. So the first thing the Emperor is saying is the health part is basically within his control, but he would have to control it. So if he lets himself go, he might be fucked. But here, the Emperor, and we've got the Page of Wands, which is the child. Immediately when I'm looking at this, this is saying control your son. You know, um, and that makes sense. I don't think he can, you know, but that's what we have here. Now, if I am to read the Page of Wands into just Joe Biden without looking at his son, the Page of Wands is essentially saying believe in yourself. So believe in your own methods. And there might be something about childlike energy that would be really good for his personal health. But this is saying that he does have to control things. Um, Maybe he should work out like Barack Obama did. Of course, he's 80 something, so it would look a little different. But still, um, this shows that it is within his control. All right. Now let's see if there's anything that is unasked or whatever. What did we not think to ask about? And we get a Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups, so these three people have been swallowed by this fish monster, right? And together they work their way out of it. And here they're all celebrating because with their teamwork, they work their way through it. Um, and I think this is really showing how, I mean, theoretically, this would again be the I mean, there's a lot of challenges that Joe Biden has right now, but let's say that this is the debt limit, and it's really showing that there are emotional ties that are formed with other people that are going through this same thing. Um, and I think it's saying that he needs to rely on these people that he's gone through shit with and be very close with them, be open to them, right? And because he's been in politics for many, many decades, there's a lot of people that he would have formed these sort of bonds with. And I think it's just saying, like, hold those people close. You're going to need them. But this does also show success. So, whatever it is that he's trying to do, it would show some sort of success. Okay. Let's just see what the next big barrier is going to be for Joe Biden. And we get a reverse Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is the student. This is the open-minded student. And here the page, they built themselves out of spare parts and the nuts and bolts and shit you see on the ground there. And here they find a freaking pentacle and they're like, damn. They know how powerful that's going to be as they incorporate it into themselves. And when this is upside down, it just shows the inability to incorporate something new, the inability to learn a new trick, as they would say. So this would go right back to that Page of Wands that showed up earlier, but it looks like Uncle Joe is going to have to learn a new trick, and he's not very fucking good at that. Um, what what else can I ask about? I guess I might as well do this where, let's say Joe asks me, is he going to be elected president in 2024? So let's see. Wow. And we get another page card. So, number one, this is a court card, and this is not a yes or no. This is an absolutely unclear as far as that goes. But the Page of Cups is a healer. This is a temporary energy. It's about being open and optimistic and all of that stuff. The Page of Cups is also like a person. So I guess this also shows that it would really matter. Um, Maybe it would depend on his running mate or something like that. But the Page of Cups is showing that at this point, that is not clear. It depends on a person, a young person. Maybe it depends on his son, and how much comes out of that when that story finally does fucking break for real, right? But anyway, that's what we get here. I'm going to start looking pretty much at all of these folks doing readings like this. And if you haven't checked out the Patreon, I do have a Patreon. And on that channel, you basically get to program what it is that I'm looking at. At $10 a month, you get to request readings. So check out my Patreon. It's Tarot by Fergus at Patreon, or however the fuck that works. I got the link on YouTube here. So please do check that out, and I appreciate any support that way. And peace.